A new day, another Roblox Rust game. So today we're playing. Yo, and shout out to Lazitas for actually recommending me to play this game and putting me on. So yeah, go show him some love. So I'm going to be reacting, kind of talking about some of the footage that has been put up by one of the developers. And before you guys bash me for doing this, the reason I'm not actually playing the game myself is because I tried on my dog shit PC. I'll put up some footage right here. That shit was running at 20 frames per second on like 1000 ping. Alright, but putting aside the fact that my computer runs the game on a slideshow, I really wanted to talk about how Roblox Rust games have been making a resurgence, and this game is a perfect example of that. It really reminds me of Lost, and I just remember once Lost and Dust both got taken down, there was this really big fear amongst the community that games like this would never last. And honestly, I still feel like that fear should exist because these games, again, are pretty much taking an idea and kind of changing it a little bit while also making money. So that always is going to put them at a risk of being taken down. But I've been seeing a lot of creativity with this genre, like Vanity, Frontier 2086, which I covered in my last video, seems to be a Roblox Rust type game that has a complete different concept. And even though people are calling it out as being the same thing, I do feel like it's going to be a complete separate game. But looking at Lone Survival here, it does remind me a lot of the regular Rust gameplay. But honestly, I have to say I'm really happy that this genre is making a comeback because this was some of the prime Roblox survival days. All right, you can't go and look at the Roblox survival genre without bringing up Lost. I feel like because that game was just the classic. I'm glad that it's making an entry back in. I believe that this is a good thing because, listen, I know this is going to be kind of controversial because most people are against the idea of stealing, content and just making it your own, and in a very blatant way. I think most people would obviously not like that because it's just stealing. But I do think a lot of these games are starting to renovate and honestly do a lot of great stuff that could actually be implemented into the real game. And they're just better. Like some of these games, like I'm not saying, all right, I don't want to say games like Lost and Dust were better than actual Rust, because Rust is its own thing, and if there was no Rust, there wouldn't be Lost, Dust, etc. You get it. But I do want to say that Lost had some features and stuff that I felt like actual Rust could have had. I feel like Dust had some features that actual Rust could have had. These games are contributing and creating a new type of environment while offering the same type of gameplay, and I feel like that's a pretty cool thing. But back to Lone Survival, I do have fear for this game because I do think it is going to get taken down very soon. And I would love to see here and really spew some shit about how like it's different like this, so they can't do this and that. But to be honest with you, I don't know. I said the same thing about Dust when it was up, saying that there's no way that this game could get taken down. I mean, it's literally done nothing wrong. It's different. I said all that shit and it ended up getting taken down, and I was literally just flabbergasted. So honestly, I can't call it anymore. I don't know what game is gonna get taken down. If they imitate Rust, I don't know what their policies and stuff like that is. But I'm sure that Rust has its own thing. So you just gotta learn to play these games, enjoy them while they're there, and kind of move on and not get too attached. Because if you do get too attached, you spend all your money, spend all your time, and you invest it. And once the game gets taken down, you're gonna get mad. You're gonna be upset, and there's not much you can do. And to be fair to Rust, it's their game, man, and a lot of games are really just blatantly stealing this stuff. And even though yes, I'm enjoying it, it's still copying. So that's the situation. That's how it is. And I'm really just saying that because I do have a feeling, like I just said, like the game is gonna get taken down. I mean, it looks like Rust in a couple ways, but the gameplay, yeah, I mean, it looks a little different. But the gameplay itself, I mean, it's just Rust, bro. I mean, everything about it just screams Rust, and I think you can tell that. It's very obvious. And Rust is definitely going to get this game no matter what, and I hope they don't, but it's just, again, like I said, you can't really do anything about these things except just take it with a grain of salt and then move on to the next game and hope that, that one's free. But I do feel like I really wanted to just talk about this because, again, I can't really play Lone Survival at the moment, but I do feel like seeing all these developers putting out videos and, really starting to, come back and really enjoy these games, it's just, it's a great feeling, but it's also like, oh man, this is gonna end in disaster because you know, once the game gets hit with that strike, bro, it's fan bases from Rust, you know, being like, oh, you're imitating our game, and then it's fan bases from Roblox saying your game is way too fucking overpriced and this and that, and it's just gonna be a big back and forth, because that's what happened when Lost actually got taken down. Like, people on Twitter were fucking raging, bro, and they were pissed as shit. They were like, you took down the game, bro, like this, that. They were ranting about that. So it's just all gonna happen over and over again, and then more people are gonna think that these Roblox Rust games are scams. It's just a cycle, and I really wanted to just make my video talking about it because, hey man, I've been playing a lot of these Roblox Rust games on my channel. I feel like, in my own opinion, I've almost played every single Roblox Rust game since like the end of Lost in Dust. Like, I've just been going through these games, like, on my channel. You can go really far back, you'll see all the games there, and I feel like my opinion is kind of valid for that very reason. Like, I've seen all these games, I've seen what happened to Stray, I saw what happened to Fallen, I saw what happened to Lost in Dust. I was especially there for Lost in Dust, and seeing those things, like, you get a different perspective on the fan base and the consumers and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's really what I wanted to talk about today. Lost Survival is out. I think overall, like, I have watched people play it. I think it's a great game, you know, and I might get a little bit of slack for making this more of like a general talk. Again, due to my circumstances, bro, if I was on my PC right now, I guarantee you there would be a video, and by the time I get back, you know, I'm done with vacation, if there's still, you know, if it's still up, assuming that nothing bad happened to the game in that time, I will of course produce a video on it. But you know, you can never tell, so that's just kind of the situation we're at right now. But I do wish the best of luck to developers, and I do think that if they keep going in this direction of making these types of survival games, and they use the Rust format, but they don't copy it, I think, you know, a lot of great games could be made, because I do believe that Rust has one of the best and most creative survival game systems that can be replicated, but it can't be a straight up copy. You know, it needs to be different in its own way. So yeah, that's really all I want to talk about today. Sorry if it turned into a little bit of a rant, but I just wanted to get it off my chest, because I really do want to see you guys playing these games. I just don't want to, you know, really hear more about the backlash and all that stuff that's gonna come with them getting taken down. And I feel like it's important for most players to know that there is a risk of them getting taken down, so they have to, you know, beware and just kind of play the game, you know, for fun and enjoy it when they can. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching today's video. I'll catch you guys very soon. Thank you for 1K subs. A video about that's coming very soon. And yeah, catch you guys later. Peace.